Well, today was a pretty big day because Nintendo officially announced the brand new Nintendo Switch coming this October. And it's not the Nintendo Switch Pro that everyone thought it was going to be. It's pretty much just a regular Nintendo Switch. Hey guys, Vibron20 back again. And yes, today is the day Nintendo finally announced the brand new Nintendo Switch. Everyone thought the Nintendo Switch Pro was going to be a thing. They said maybe at E3 this was going to happen, but no, Nintendo waited a few weeks after E3 and they just kind of announced it over on Twitter. They uploaded a video, a trailer on their YouTube channel, and that's pretty much Nintendo in a nutshell. Nobody knows what they're going to do. They absolutely make zero sense. And honestly, I've watched this trailer, I've been trying to, research this thing, and it just doesn't make sense to me because, correct me if I'm wrong, that's one of the reasons why I'm making this video. I want people to give their thoughts and opinions in the comments below. You guys know I'm brutally honest, and I'm looking at this thing, and I'm like, what is the incentive to me to want to upgrade to this Switch? If you guys remember, Nintendo came out with a new model. It was like a better battery or whatever. It wasn't necessarily anything different, just the battery was slightly better, and a lot of people upgraded to that. I didn't. I was like, I'll just wait till like a Pro version comes out, something a little bit more beefier. Then the Nintendo Switch Lite came out for people that like to play in handheld, and again, I passed. I was like, well, I normally play in docked mode, so the Nintendo Switch Lite really isn't for me. And now I'm like, here we go. Now they have the OLED model. Okay, so it's not the Nintendo Switch Pro. It's a Nintendo Switch with an OLED display, and they're literally calling it the Nintendo Switch OLED model. Leave it to Nintendo. I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know. Of course, it has a better display. That's the biggest selling point of this. But again, if you're like me and you play just in, on dock mode and you play on your TV, you're not really playing in the palm of your hand anyway. So the better display doesn't really do anything, in my opinion. It does have enhanced audio. Nobody really knows what that means. I just imagine the speakers are a little bit bigger and better, maybe a little bit louder, more crisper. That's pretty much all you can do with, advanced audio. So the audio is slightly improved. The screen is slightly larger, but it's exactly the same size, just the bezel is filled in a little bit more. So you do have a little bit more screen and less bezel, which I guess is nice. The kickstand is now a normal kickstand. It's not that flimsy little piece of plastic that's just going to break off on you. It's an actual long piece of plastic that goes across the entire system, and you can kind of adjust it to different, play styles. You can raise it up, lower it down, and whatever. I mean, again, this is something that probably should have been on the Nintendo Switch day one. I don't know why they thought that little tiny kickstand was like a good idea. I don't know. They did give us a LAN adapter now, finally, on the Nintendo Switch dock. The LAN adapter looks, it's on there. Again, you can get an adapter that does the same thing, but now this is actually on there where it belongs. And honestly, it probably should have been like that on day one. That's probably what we should have got on day one. I think that's it. We got a little bit more internal memory. You got like 64 gig memory now, which is, I guess, nice. But I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to upgrade to this one either, because what am I upgrading for? It does have a better display. They did show off like Metroid, on there, and it looks good and everything, but I don't really play in handheld too much, and honestly, the display, even though the display is going to be slightly better, it's not going to be that big of a difference as you might think, because I can promise you it's probably not even going to be 1080p in the palm of your hand, because they probably would have told us that. So they didn't really give out too much specs on this thing yet. They just said it's going to have slightly enhanced audio, bigger memory, better kickstand, and a LAN adapter. That's it. That's pretty much it. And this is going to cost about $50 more than your standard Nintendo Switch. So am I going to upgrade? Probably not. I just don't really see why I would. Don't get me wrong, it looks nice. I like the way it looks. I like the white on white with the dock. I think that looks pretty sharp. But am I going to spend $350 on this for a different color dock with a kickstand and a LAN adapter? I don't know. I'm just not seeing it there. It's just not for me. I don't get it, man. Maybe that's why Nintendo didn't really talk about it. Everyone was like all hyped up about this Nintendo Switch Pro, and they're like, how come Nintendo's not talking about this thing? Well, probably because there's not much to talk about, to be completely honest. Leave a comment below. Let me know. Do you agree, disagree? I really want these comments flooded down there. I want to know what you guys think. I want to pick your brain. Am I being too harsh here? I don't know. I just can't get excited about it. That's pretty much all for right now, guys. And as always, there'll be more to come shortly. Thanks again, guys.